So hey, how's it going guys, and welcome back to my next video. And today we'll be reconstructing Feliks Zemdegs 4.73 seconds world record solve. So let's get started. So if you want to solve alongside me, I'll leave the scramble in the description below. Make sure you say it. So let's go. Okay, so in his inspection time, Feliks decided that he would go with the green cross, and I think there are mainly two reasons for this. Number one is that the green and orange and the green and yellow are already aligned in the right positions. So by doing a U, you can see that both this and this get matched up correctly. So that was one reason, and the second reason was that he also noticed that this piece, green and white piece, it had two of its corners paired with it. And also, if he were to conserve this piece, the orange and white one, he had this orange and white one already paired up for him. So if he could somehow come up with a method to conserve this and this, he'd have his first F12 pair done after doing his cross. And this last cross piece was over here. So the way he executed this was, he did a U prime R. So what was the reason behind these two moves, U prime R? Interesting. Okay, so basically he wanted to preserve this and this orange and white one. So if he had first done a R U prime, this piece goes all the way behind, so it's difficult to get it back in. And that was the reason why he first did a U prime and R. So he positioned both these pieces so that he can just put them in, and he didn't take this piece far away, he still had it right by him. So then he did a F to get that piece down, and an R prime to finish his cross. And by doing an R prime, you noticed how he brought this piece back into its right position, and he also preserved this one. So by doing a D, he had his cross done, and his first F12 pair was done too. So moving on to F12, this was a really nice thing that I actually enjoyed F12 of the solve, because he did two pairs simultaneously. So first we have this pair over here. So what most of us would have done is put that in straight away, right? It seems pretty obvious, but that's not what Feliks did. He also saw this edge piece, this red and yellow, and this red and yellow piece. So what is peculiar about this edge is that if you do a U prime, L prime, you can actually pair them up beautifully, and you'll have two of your F12 pairs done. So what Feliks did was, he did a U prime, L prime, he paired this up, but now that he's messed up his cross, he did a U2 to pair up this one with this one, and then instead of just putting this in and then pairing this, he did a L2 so that this goes all the way to the top, and then he can just put that F12 pair 2 inside. And then he just did a L prime, I guess, yeah, L prime. So now he was left with this last F12 pair. So if you had noticed, he first did one F12 pair along with his cross, then he did the other two simultaneously. So the last F12 pair, what he did for this was, first he had to separate these two, right? So first he did U R prime, U2 R. So he just separated both of these pieces so that he can just put them in, and now it's pretty obvious. He just did a U R prime, U prime R, and then his F12 was done. And now this is a pretty obvious OLL, F R U prime, R prime, U prime, R U R prime, F prime. I hope I said these things correctly, I'm not sure. So yeah, so that was pretty much it for OLL, and he had a really easy PLL. And now what he did now was, he didn't actually do a U prime, then do a cube rotation and stuff. So there was no real gap between his OLL and PLL execution. He did both of them together. So he straight away did his PLL algorithm first, and then he did his AUF, and the solve was done. So that's how Feliks Zemdegs got his 4.73 second world record. So kudos to him for the solve, and I hope you guys learned something in the solve. If you did, do leave a like, it helps me a lot, and of course subscribe. I'll meet you later in my next video. Until then, peace out. Bye guys.